Oh my God. Oh my God. I have chills. I have chills. My bank account will not be able to afford it because this is just so this is just like everything that I love. This is like everything that I love. I am reacting to Switzerland's rehearsal. The last time that I felt this way about a performance actually was Malta's. Different reasons. Um, I have chills. I feel slightly shaky, and I have not had any coffee this morning, so it's not because of that. um, this was beautiful. Um, let's start off with the styling. He is wearing a embellished button down that sort of has like rhinestones on it. I love the fact that this is a stage piece. He's got kind of like the high water, like art house kid pants. Um, to me, when I watch this, it's like Loic Notet, Belgium 2015 meets the film Eraserhead. I don't know if folks know the movie Eraserhead. And then a little bit at the climax, a little bit of Bulgaria 2018. There are multiple moments in this. The staging is black and white. We have a prop. When I interviewed Gjon about what the song and the inspiration and the idea of kind of like ground zero, and he was sort of talking about how, you know, in French, there isn't really a word that really means like ground zero, and kind of the idea of like something being built up and then destroyed, and then you're just down to nothing. That's sort of the idea. And literally we see a prop that is formed together, break apart at the end of it. This is so good. Let's talk about the vocal. We know that he has this beautiful choral kind of choir voice sound. In the verses, there's a little bit of a tremor where we have fragility. It is not pitchy. There was not a bum note, and he hit the big note. He hit the big note. And I hope after hitting this big note, you know, one of the benefits of there being like no Euro Club and everything is that there's really no excuse for anybody to not have their vocals together on the night. There's no excuse. Who are you talking to other than press? And low key, after next week, some of y'all really shouldn't even really be doing interviews, quiet as it's kept, so that you can preserve it. Switzerland could win. Switzerland could win. You know, there was something, you know, with Switzerland, you run the risk of it. It's like, is it too arty? Are people going to get it? With this staging, it will hit them in the face and slam. And again, there are moments with this. It is a soft, delicate song, but there are multiple moments. There are moments we've got dance, and some people are going to be like, "Oh, I don't think we need the dance and stuff." Why? I'm sorry, I don't want to get upset, and I don't want to curse, but like, this is the Eurovision Song Contest, and it is a television show, and people and performers are performing on stage. Give us a show. If there can be dance and it makes sense, do the dance. And it makes sense. It's beautiful. It's art. It's contemporary. Again, think Loic Notet a little bit. 2015, not as, you know, kind of staccato as Loic's movements were, but where we have that sort of, it reminds me actually, because I remember when I saw Loic perform, it reminded me of Spring Awakening, sort of the contemporary dance where, you know, a lot of folks, not like this, not like the lyrical contemporary dance, but actual like contemporary dance. So it's a little bit of that. There are these just beautiful frames that if you pause the TV, it's like it would look like a piece of art. Again, the influences, I would say, Eraserhead, Loic Notet, Bulgaria 2018. I love the fact that we have a prop. Yeah, let me hop into these comments. Beck asks, is the staging accessible to televoters? Absolutely. Absolutely. What else? Jippy E, this will win the jury vote, but can it win the televote? With this staging, I believe that it could. The staging. DJ Sherbert asks, it gives us something interesting to engage us. Yes, visually. I mean, visually, it's, you could just pause it at moments. I saw a question. Armani, do you think the similarities with arcade could be a disadvantage? For who? I like, for Eurovision voters at home, I don't know. I said this before in some of my streams. I was like, you know, it's interesting because I think if a song like this came last year, but because we had the break of last year and no Eurovision, maybe that switches things up. Andrew Ian does, do I think that this is the most impactful staging so far? Of the day? Absolutely. Of the day, hands down, this is absolutely the most impactful staging. I do think yesterday what Iceland was doing was pretty dope. And it's very different, you know, hard to compare. They're doing two different things. But I mean, I literally have like, it made me like, whoa, like I'm kind of like, shit, I really feel like I'm shaking a little bit. Someone asked, is he behind a piano? There is not a musical instrument in sight on the stage. Okan, was the vocal effortless or did he have his regular face like he has to poop in the high notes? I actually think it works on that one note where he does the, not the final note, but where it goes, the first one, you're talking about that. I actually think it worked. Like, have y'all seen Eraserhead? Look it up. It's like it's a midnight movie. It's like it's art house cinema kind of thing. That I was just like, this is so visually arresting. Jorge says Bulgaria got the biggest positive press reaction. I don't know if I don't know what happened. I don't know if y'all have experienced the press reaction to that. Amazing. To be honest, the staging sounds disappointing. No, the staging is amazing. It's amazing. It's one of those things where it's like, it's just art. It's just art. Someone asked, do I think it can win? I got winner potential. I mean, like winner vibes. Iceland gave me winner vibes and I didn't even get to see the whole the whole rehearsal because the stream was so crap. But Iceland gave me winner vibes. Iceland gave me winner vibes for different reasons. You know, it was so kitsch. There were definitely multiple moments on the stage. It just felt so authentic. Malta gave me winner vibes because the vocal was so effortless from her. It was just like, you're not even trying right now. And you're just hitting all of these notes with ease. So that I was just like, it just screamed like jury winner. This one just was so visually and sonically arresting to me. And it's on my ESC Face playlist. So I've heard it, you know, frequently this year. But honestly, I kind of gave it a rest and I've been diving a little bit more into the bops, like just this week in particular, maybe because I had to like wake up. So I'm just trying to like keep myself going. But that, you know, you know, the sound mixing was amazing. They actually threw in the reverb on the last note. The sound mixing with this one was beautiful. We've had some sound issues at Eurovision in the past, and even some of the rehearsals today, I was kind of like who is controlling the sound? The sound got it together here. Dax says, can it beat France? Well, we got to see what France's staging is. But I will say, could it beat France's? I can't even believe I think I'm going to say this. Could it be, if France were to just pick up what they did at the national selection and do it, could this beat it? Yes, I think it could. I mean, they're both quality, but it could. This rehearsal was amazing. Vocally, visually amazing. Whoa. Timon says, I heard there was a shadow of him in a doorway. There were lights. There was really, I'm telling you, it's like you could pause your screen at different moments, print it out and hang it on a wall. Sasha did the damn thing with this one because, I mean, it was beautiful. And I love the dance. I love the choreo that we are getting. It feels like a show. People, we've been stuck in the house. Could nobody go to any concerts this year? People want to see a show. They want to see performers on stage performing. This was a performance. This was a performance. It wasn't lazy. It was just, everything was so artful and tasteful and arresting. Okay. And France said they are mixing up their staging. I heard that potentially they could be mixing up their staging and doing sort of a little bit of what they did in the music video. That's okay. That would be good. But I'll tell you, if it ain't coming second half with this of what Switzerland did, I'd be worried. I'd be worried. Running order will definitely need to be in France's favor for sure. Sam Baum, do you think the staging will be universal as appealing to casual viewers? Absolutely. Because we've seen no, like, flashes of sort of this type of staging before, and it has done well on both the jury and televote side. So we've already seen it. Jorge, can't wait to see the dance part from Switzerland. Sounds very unique. It's like moments like where he's like, you know, like this. We see him like kind of lean back. It's like, think Loic. Think Loic a little bit, but more fluid. You know, sort of the hits of contemporary dance, but more fluid. Oh, it was good. It was good. Elias, something to improve? And I wouldn't change a thing. I don't think I have anything. I mean, here's the thing. He will have to make sure that his vocal is extremely preserved because, you know, there are parts of the song where it's just his voice. And he's got that beautiful choral choir boy sound. And this will have to, you know, so he'll have to be very mindful of that. But in the rehearsal, it was fine. There was nothing wrong with the vocal. DJ Sherbert, does it look improvised or actually choreographed? Well, I think that there's something about intentionality that's important. I think he will get more comfortable with it, but I like the intentionality placed behind it. It doesn't feel labored or overworked. Luke Smith, Belgium 2015 is like my favorite Eurovision song of all time, so it makes me excited. Yes, it's one of mine. And not even just the song. I love Belgium 2015. I'm gonna watch it after this, just because it's been a while. Someone asked, were there any wide shots? Sort of. They pull back, but the stage is so full. And we have props, so it doesn't look empty. Doesn't look empty. So Fred, the fact that he's not sitting at a piano reduces the risk of the song being too linked to arcade. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Let me just wrap this up. Okay. He is wearing, let's talk about the styling. He's wearing an embellished, big sleeved button down that sort of has like sparkle swirls on it. It's buttoned down. He has the high-waisted, you know, hipster black pants. Again, think Eraserhead, Loic Notet, Eurovision 2015 Belgium. Think Bulgaria 2018. Yeah, remember Bulgaria, some of the LEDs that were in Bulgaria's where it was sort of like it was almost like sound reverberating and lightning, no augmented reality, no augmented reality. And again, we have props, which I love. At one moment, they had like sort of a rosé colored light over him as he was singing. That was a nice moment. I don't know if we had that in the second run though. The vocal was flawless. The vocal was flawless. He didn't hit a bum note. I wouldn't change a thing about this. This was really great. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back to talk about Denmark, and then we will have our recap of the day live stream. I will be talking about everything that went down today, and we will also be talking a little bit about what went down all the past days, because after Denmark, we've seen everything. Now, yes, they were just first rehearsals, but we've seen everything. So we can really get down and talk about this. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you're in the chat, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Yes, Jardy J says any purple or pink. No, but like I said, there was a rose colored light. So maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. I am so excited for Eurovision 2021. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I've got so much content coming for you.